Hi, it's me again with Corel Draw tips and tricks, part 2 of this. And if you didn't see it, it's a pretty good 3D animation that looks pretty cool. And I will share this file with you. I put my email address on part 1. I'll put it on part 2. But we're just going to draw this. So in case you want to draw yourself and see if you can't make it better, that's one of the lines that you're going to cut on. That's where you're going to cut the paper. And I'm going to start with bricks or stones, and I'm going to make them something easy to remember. I want to make them 1 inch by 0.75, and you can make yours anything you want. Let's go with 0.5. Now we're 1 inch long, so I'm going to change my nudge factor to 1 inch. And then by that way, I can Control D and move these over and make my wall. I'm actually going to make the wall a little longer on that one. Now I'm going to Control D again, but I'm going to mirror that 90 degrees, and I'm going to put it with my four-sided cross on there. This time I'm just hitting the plus key, and there's basically my wall. Now I'm going to do this one a little bit different than I did this one, but we're going to need some lines at this angle or an angle. So I'm going to take my 2-point line, and I'm just going to angle it down, and I'm going to make it longer than it needs to be. But I want that same angle on a bunch of lines. So I'm going to hit the plus key on the keyboard and move it to there. Now I'm going to hit the plus key on the keyboard and move it to this corner. And you realize I'm not using the Control D, because Control D would just keep putting it further where the next one was. Now we could actually, I never thought about it, but I could go ahead and put in my lateral lines. I'm going to check all my lines to make sure they're on the nodes. And there are, so they're good. And you can make it anything you want, and you can make it any length you want. So we're going to take right now and take a 2-point line, and let's don't make it quite that long. And I'm going to make it holding down the Control button so it's perpendicular. And then I'm going to go straight up with another line. So I'm going to hold down the Control button so I'm perpendicular. And now I'm going to go straight across and holding down the Control button. And then I'm going to go straight up with the next line. That one's actually a little bit too long, but I need to go straight up and down. So now I'm going to cut that away, and I'm going to cut a bunch of lines away. I'm one of those type of people, I can't stand to have the lines, even though I could cut them all away at the end. I'd rather, so that line wasn't touching that line. That's why, see, it's a little bit off. So just take your shape tool, hold down your Control button, and make sure it crosses that line. And then cut this line away, and cut this line away, and cut these 2 lines away. Once again, I did not have that other line all the way. So if you'll use your shape tool, you can just hold down your Control button. And then I immediately cut that line away and take these 2 lines away. And we've got our structure of our building or our wall. Now, last night when I made this, I just made all the rocks even. And you could do a lot more with this. Let's go, we'll go right from the okay, we have this, use this line again. So hit the plus key, grab that 4-sided cross, and go to the midpoint. And then go right on there. And now we should be able to Control D because it's going to be the same increment. Now what we're doing here, we're going to cut some of these lines away. Because we want like half rocks and not half. So I should be able to grab this line right here, but no, it's connected to the other line. So I'm going to draw another line right on top of it. And I'm going to nudge it up. Let's go with like 0.5. Grab that, see that line, I've grabbed the whole thing. Well, I can nudge it down for a second. Well, it put it on top of there. Okay, let me back up here. There we go, I had it. Well, for some reason, my line isn't there. There it is. Okay, that's the original line. Let's just draw another 2-point line, kind of about where we want the rock. Just hold down the control button, and let's just move it over. And you're going to want to probably measure this, or do it, at least close. See that line is going to fit right in there. These rocks are a little bit deeper, so let's go right here and let's just see if this works. We're going to grab that line and that line, holding down the shift key, and let's just blend them. Let's go to effects and blend just like 2 times. That's pretty good. Because if you remember, so now when you blend, you've got to go to break the blend apart. Now I'm going to cut, see these lines are a little bit long, which is good. I'm going to cut these lines off. And I really don't think it'll matter in the end result. Now what we want to do is, we want a half a block there, but we want a full block there. And then we want another full block and another full block, so we got a half block. On this one, we're going to go the opposite. Well, did I miss a line? No, they're just, okay, we're not evenly spaced. But, if you take my file, I might redo this before I send it out, because I don't like it. And see, I'm trying to, there we go, we're variegated. So now I'm going to cut this line. And that, I don't really think it's going to change the look of it, because I didn't even do this in the first one. Okay, those 2 lines are wrong. I cut away one too many lines, cut away that line, and then that line. See, I just want them like stacked like a real mason would do for strength wise, and so they won't fall over. I'm not happy with the spacing, but some walls are like that too. So, and then take your 2-point line. This is a little bit more difficult. Just hold down the control button to make them equal or perpendicular or straight. Now, if you will start moving and then hold down your control button, it won't do that. And we're good to go. And then you kind of look at it and you go, well, that doesn't look right. But if you forget which one are the end caps. And I was really trying to make this one better. What we need to do is steal this line, hit the plus key on your keyboard and move it over here. That way they're the same angle. I think that is pretty important. Now we're going to do the same thing here, but we're going to make that first one a long block, and that'll be a short block, and then this will be a short block. So just do the opposite each time. That looks pretty good. Now, to me, the hard part's done. I'm going to go ahead and group that together. And now I'm going to see how it looks like, depending on how you look at it. This looks like this is coming out sometime. Oh, I need one more set of lines. And they're just straight up and down. So we'll start moving and hold down the control button. The control button limits it to make it equal. And this is the part I like doing it, but I like doing the rest of it a little better. So now what we're going to do is make our own color. I'm going to take a block and I'm going to add a little gray, and I'm going to hold down the control button and I'm going to give a little bit of yellow to it. Kind of give it just a little tint of yellowness like I did on this one. Doesn't really matter. Take your Smart Fill tool, get your eyedropper, take a sample of that, and then we're going to fill in these top rocks. Now, do not worry about the lines are gone. I didn't put in these lines. So just do the same thing. Whoop. See, I started moving it. Start moving and then hold down the control button. And if you see it jump when I hold down the control button. And like I said, I could have done all these at this, I could have deleted all the lines at the same time. Now I'm actually gonna change it up, the color. I'm gonna take this, hold down the control button, and add a little more darkness. And then I'm gonna get my Smart Fill tool. Don't forget to change your color. And I'm gonna put them on this end a little bit darker. And this is, you could change that. I'm not any professional, but that side is not getting the sun, because we're thinking the light's coming from that away. Now I'm gonna lighten this up or add a little gray. So I'm gonna hold down the control button and add a little gray to it, get a little lighter, get my Smart Fill, get the eyedropper, take the sample. And like I said, do not worry about the lines, because we're gonna bring the lines right back. And I'm not sure if my yellow is gonna be good or bad on this one. Last night when I was doing this, earlier today. No, I made it last night. I made the video today. Now, let's just get rid of this and let's add our lines. We're going to take them to black. Look at that. And you can make them thicker, thinner, but I think it looks pretty cool. Now what we want to do is take a rectangle, the size of this. So if you start right there and don't let down your control button and just hang that down. Now we're going to go ahead and Smart Fill that in with a darker gray. Let's just use a gray off the color chart. And I'm going to take away the outline, and I'm actually going to put it a little bit, I'm going to put it underneath a little bit. It did not take away my outline. And you'll see in just a second, I'm going to put this to the back of page so it's underneath there. But then I'm going to go to Effects and Blur and Gaussian Blur. And I'm going to go quite a bit on the Gaussian Blur. See, it kind of looks like a shadow. Now this is, I don't know, kind of a neat deal. We're trying to make a shadow in the corner of this wall. So I'm going to go right here and just make a shadow or a box. And then I'm going to grab a 2-point line and I'm going to put it like pretty far up on the wall. And then another 2-point line pretty far up on the wall. Now, I think we grouped this together, so I ought to be able to, whoop, I did not. Tell you what, we'll just get our lines and move them down. It worked. So now if you hold down your Alt key, you can grab both those lines. And then we just need to get this other one. Now we want to make sure hold down the Alt key again. Hold down the Alt key again so you get anything you touch. Come on. We're trying to get to that triangle. I should have made my nudge factor bigger. And I think we're good to go. I'm going to take away this line. We're not connected up here. I didn't do a very good job of that. So just take it. It's not really going to matter. And then take that same gray you used for the shadow and let's nudge it up in there. Let's go ahead and get rid of this graphic. And then take this and Gaussian blur it. Let me zoom in here. Grab it, Effects, Blur, Gaussian blur, and we want to do quite a bit. Now, see how you can't see the lines? But now we can go to the transparency tool and make that blur a little transparent. Just a little bit. I'm going to group this together. Now, you can cut it out anywhere. Probably be better to, I've moved these lines, but I don't think that really matters. I think if you just took a 2-point line and just draw it. And also, I would probably print it the other way. Control G to group it. Turn it 90 degrees. So you have more paper. See, there's my old line. I must have grouped that together. I think it'd be better to print it this direction for the look. See, now you can't even hardly, what's the top and what's the bottom. Let me put it back to draw my lines because well, there we go. I can see it now. I can see the recess now. It just didn't look right. Okay, and then just take a 2-point line. We'll go 90 degrees. 90 degrees. And the cutting is probably the most important thing. And like, put it like right in there. And then here's a good trick. I'm trying to figure out how to cut that line. The whole thing, well, this is the trick. Cut that right there, and cut that right there, and cut that. Well, so now, if you take this line, I'm going to change my nudge factor like 5 inches. And if you take this line, we need to get all that out of there. So just go up to Object and break the curve apart, and then you can get rid of that. And then you can nudge that right back. So if you will print that, and I'm going to have to turn it just to kind of show you. But I would print it in that direction. I'm going to go a -90. If you will cut the paper along that line, getting the line, and then cut up here and down there and down there and down there. So all this paper will be gone. Well, that didn't work because there's no box around it. So basically what it's going to look like, this is going to be the gone paper. And when you do that, and it doesn't just, when you look at this, it's just like the drawing right now. It doesn't pop out at you until you come, sit on your bar top after you've cut it out and come at an angle really like low, looking into this thing. And you can actually, it just shows up so well on your phone camera or your camera. And then print that off and then take it over there and take a picture of it and roll a pencil. Anyway, I hope that helped a little bit, and thank you for watching.